See if somebody is making some noise, you can mute him, or maybe if again and again, then we can remove. Okay. Right. So let us continue. Which question he was asking? He was asking this 17th question. Okay, let me make it quick by telling from the solution of 17th. Solution there. Screen sharing is not there. Wait. Screen sharing started again. Started. Started?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, mi is the instantaneous mass of the block. Acceleration is force divided by mass. Friction force mu mg divided by m. Then we can say acceleration will become equal to mu g. If acceleration is mu g, then we are getting v square minus u square is equal to 2as. So we are getting what is the this s distance covered. They were asking, what were they asking in this? What is the, let me read the question again. Question number 6, 10, 7, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Find the value of, okay, they were asking this only, I think, huh? Nothing, distance only. Then we are getting this distance.
Yes. Sir, won't thrust force will be active?
No. See, when the thrust force is don't act, let me clarify
Why,
that.
sir?
See, I will give you why, I will show you why it should not act or what is happening here. Otherwise, you will be confused even more that, okay, when it acts, when it does not act, you should be knowing certain cases. No? For example, let us say this is sand here, a pile of sand here on this, and this is moving forward, and the sand just falls down. Then will there be any horizontal thrust force?
No, sir.
There will be nothing. No such horizontal thrust force
No,
will be.
sir.
See, understand, when the mass leaving the system, when the mass is leaving the system, is it leaving in such a way as if it is being ejected by this mass? For example, when if I fire a bullet, then that is something which I am doing with some force. So I'm getting a recoil of that. If from the tank water is leaking out, it comes out with lot of speed, and as a result, water tank gets recoil backwards. So the thing which is being ejected, that should be coming out with some relative speed with respect to our system. But here the mass just leaves it and it stays there only then. But it does not get ejected from this.
Sir,
Means it is not like
rocket disengaged.
it is. Yes. You got it right. You got it right. Means
Okay,
at the
sir,
time of leaving the at the time when this mass just strikes the ground, at that time we can say that this was having just velocity. Yes, we can simple example. You gave direct example yourself only quickly. That is very nice example. That like the rocket disengaged, means it is not something being projected by which this body can get a recoil. He cannot. This mass cannot get a recoil, right?
Yes, sir.
So fine.
Yes, sir.
Let us now start present week's topic. That will be, I think, moment of inertia, it seems. No, wait, I have to check. Is it moment of inertia? Can somebody tell me? I think, was it moment of inertia or what? I'm forgetting it now. Let me see once. If somebody has already access to these syllabus, then you please see. Otherwise, I have to check it myself somewhere.
Sir, moment of inertia only.
Moment of inertia only. Although I think it should be moment of inertia, because without that, how can we start doing other things? So moment of inertia will be there, I think so. But still, sometimes there are other ways also by which we can proceed. Let me check once.
Moment of inertia.
Moment of inertia only. And excluding is given something. Excluding something. Sometimes they give exclude these things.
Sir, excluding
And
the toppling and rolling and law of conservation of angular moment.
Okay, fine. Then complete moment of inertia it means, right? Then, okay, we can start with moment of inertia, torque and rotational kinematics.
Recording.
Now you can start recording. Are you starting now?
Started.
Very good. Let us start moment of inertia. Moment of inertia. So let us consider a very simple problem of this problem. Let us say this is a rod of mass m. This rod is of mass m and it is released about the hinge. When it falls through an angle theta, what will be its angular speed? What we want to find out? Angular speed. When it falls through an angle, theta.
It means you have to find the velocity.
We can do it by conservation of energy. There are other ways to do, by torque, then finding alpha, then from alpha finding omega. That is also there, and few other ways also. But I will apply conservation of mechanical energy because I can notice that on the hinge there is no work done, as it is assumed. It is a frictionless hinge. If it is frictionless hinge, it cannot do any work here, so it will be just falling freely. What is the potential energy lost? Center of mass goes from where to where? Center of mass comes from this to this
L by
position.
2 to L by 2 sine theta.
Yes, you are right. It is coming this height. It is going down, and it is going down by height L by 2 sine theta. So we can simply write mg into L by 2 sine theta. That is our one thing here. But kinetic energy, how to write? That is a question now. How to write kinetic energy? Because you notice that in this different particles are having
Different speeds, velocities.
different velocities. Different
Yes,
particles
sir.
are having different velocities. They are not all having same speeds.
Yes, sir. Based on length.
So how to find out? But still we can find out by integration. You know the integration, then you can do it. It is a simple problem for you. Can you use
Assuming
integration to find it
yes,
out?
sir, some x we can dx.
Please do once. Do in 1 minute if you are able to do, fine. Otherwise, I will do myself then. Do it in 1 minute. Or maybe no problem. Just let me finish it quickly. Otherwise, we will waste time. Let us say particle, or it is, I can do it in two ways. One way I can assume particle by particle. It is ith particle. Let us say I am taking every particle at a time. And the ith particle is at what distance? If I have to take ith particle, then it will be at a distance Ri. Mi. This is one approach. Other approach is I will take a distance r away and I will assume it to be continuous body, and I will say that mass per unit length is equal to lambda. So dm is equal to lambda into dr. So kinetic energy is half of mi. If I treat it like discrete particles, mi into velocity of ith particle square, that is and I will take sigma. That is the kinetic energy. Or I can write another way for the continuous body, half into dm into v square integral. That is the kinetic energy. Summation changes into integral, the mass changes into dm, and vi changes into v. This is how we do. Let us think what happens for the upper case. In upper case, I can write vi, velocity of ith particle here. Can you tell what is velocity of ith particle? In terms of omega, obviously, because omega we want to find.
Omega into
Half
Ri.
into mi.
Omega into r.
Ri square, omega square.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sigma, summation of all the particles. That I can say now is something half common outside. Omega same for all because this is same body now, so everything has same angular velocity about the center.
Same as
If some particle has, if some has more speed, other has less speed, then this rod cannot remain straight. If it is remaining straight, then all should have same angular speed. So half omega square taken common, but unfortunately still I cannot do anything because of the term remaining inside. Okay, we will see what to do about that term. But okay, but this method is right. Nothing is wrong in this. And now let us try another approach. half taken out, V I can write this time as, it is R now. For the, this, let me show what I'm doing here. These upper two variables I'm taking for discrete case, if I assume all the particles separate one particle at a time, if I'm taking, and this other case I'm taking for this one by taking R, Vi, etc. This is for continuous mass distribution. Okay. Even for continuous mass distribution also, I can break it into atoms. And I can say that one atom at a time I'm taking, or one molecule at a time I'm taking, or one small particle at a time I'm taking. We can think like that. Okay. So anyway, the point is half into dm into v square integral v. Sorry, v again. I'm not opening. What we should write v as in the
R
lower
omega.
variable. If I want to write, yes.
R.
Sorry, it should be v. It should be just v for this case. For this case, it was vi. Yes, you are right. R omega square. We can write it as R omega square. So now again, omega is constant, and if it is constant, it can be brought out of summation, and it can also be brought out of integration. Integration is nothing but summation. So we are left with dm into R square. Same thing as we got above. The same thing we are getting again. This thing is equivalent to this thing right here. And because this thing is so important that we will give it a different name, and we will call this thing as, I can find it out, but rather than finding it out, I will first give it a name, and I will give it a separate alphabet. I will assign alphabet I for it. It is denoted by I. This also I will write as half into I into omega square, where what is I? I can write as two ways of writing I. I is equal to sigma mi into Ri square, or I is just equal to integration dm into R square. These two ways I can write I. And what this I thing is, we call it as moment of, what is the name given to it? Moment of inertia.
Moment of inertia.
This is what we call. So what is moment of inertia? We can say it is equivalent of mass in rotational motion. It is equivalent of mass in rotational motion. As simple as that. It is just equivalent of mass in rotational motion. Is it understood by you?
Yes, sir.
It is just equivalent of mass in rotational motion. Now, this is the reason why we are using this moment of inertia, because whenever we want to find out the kinetic energy, other reasons are also there, but I just gave you one example. At least now you can understand, you will be satisfied that, okay, there is some reason why we are bringing up something new. So yes, it is important for us. So we will do one thing now. For example, every time we can do this way also. Every time I can do, if somebody is so fast like computer and he can do the integration all the times, then I think he is not required to introduce the moment of inertia also.
Yes, sir.
He will just do it by basics only. But why we are introducing it? So that we will remember certain formulae. Next time, whenever I see the case of rod rotating about something,
Fast we can do inertia.
then without integrating, I will remember that formula and I will directly put the moment of inertia formula here. And then I have learned it. You will also learn after some time. I have learned already that this moment of inertia comes out to be
Square by
ml square
12.
by
Yes.
3. About the end it is
Half
3.
what?
About the midpoint will be ml square by 12.
Yes, sir,
About
ml
the
square
end
by
it will
12.
be, right. So because of this
Hello,
reason
classroom,
that I
hello.
want to use it, because of this reason that I want to use it again and again, we will learn such certain formulae. So now let us start writing the formulae for some common shapes of a moment of inertia based formulae for common shapes. And this concept is valid only for rigid body. The body should be rigid in order to define its moment of inertia. Okay. In fact, the rotational mechanics we are discussing for rigid, it is a rigid body motion only. Moment of, whether it is torque or all these things, those are valid for rigid body. Torque we can find for other cases also, but tau equal to I alpha, that will be valid for rigid body. What is I will tell you. This is I. The way we say force is equal to mass into acceleration, here we will say torque is equal to, in place of force, torque. In place of M, I. In place of A, angular acceleration.
Like Newton's second law in rotational motion. Sir.
Exactly. This becomes like Newton's second law in rotational motion. Tau is equal to I alpha. Like that only. Yes, you can think like that only. So now let us start deriving the formula. From very basics, I will start first. I will start with very simple particle only. If I have a simple particle or a ball, a small ball, very tiny dimensions of this particle only, we can say, if it is moving about this axis, then what is the moment of inertia of this about this axis? Its moment of inertia will be simply, as the formula suggests to us, mr square. It is simply mr square. That is the moment of inertia. What is the moment of? I want to explain this formula once. Wait. Let me please. Let me say everything. After that, some doubt remains that you ask. Okay. Otherwise, no need to say anything. Just let me keep on complete. Let me complete it first. Mr square. Now, I will give one other example where I will have same moment of inertia. Before that, let me discuss its. One thing I want to discuss about it. After that, I will start. Moment of inertia of a body depends on, number one, distribution of mass. Number two, location of axis. Number three, orientation of axis. Axis may be passing through the body or it may be passing outside the body. For example, for this particle, axis is not on that particle, it is somewhere else, and we are finding its moment of inertia. Distribution of mass, what does it mean? It means if I have a rod and I ask you to find out its moment of inertia about its end. So when I'm saying about its end, why I'm saying about its end? Because moment of inertia will depend on whether it is passing through its center of mass, or it is passing through the end point, or it is passing through neither end point nor center of mass, but some other point. All these moment of inertia values, I about B point, I about A point, I about CM, these will not be equal. These will be all different because it depends on the location of axis. Okay. It also depends on, you can understand why it depends on the location of axis. You need see what is the formula, mi ri square. Obviously, in this case, mi
R
is, let
changes,
us say,
sir.
r changes. If mi is here, r changes. So obviously, I expect this summation to change. Definitely, it should depend on the location of axis. Why does it depend on orientation of axis? Let us think about it. It depends on orientation. If it is passing to center of mass, but passing in this way, this is the axis. Imagine this rod is rotating about this. While it rotates about this, it will form a double cone. One cone down, one cone up. Means after, if you rotate it very fast, then what kind of shape we will see about this axis? You understand that it will be moving like a double cone. One cone up, one cone down. In this case, this mass m, which was at a distance ri from here, but this distance will not be ri now. This distance will be ri sine theta. So now it will be moving at an in a radius of ri sine theta. Then obviously moment of inertia about axis, perpendicular distance from axis I should take. This ri means perpendicular distance from the axis. Okay, ri means perpendicular distance from the axis, and when perpendicular distance from the axis changes, then again moment of inertia changes, and perpendicular distance from the axis can change by just changing the orientation of axis. Understood now? Orientation means how it is tilted, or it is at what angle with the rod, or it is at in what way it is means oriented. I think it is in which direction it is pointing. We can say that. Okay, it depends on the direction of the axis also. It also depends on the distribution of mass. If I have just a rod of mass m and length L, and I ask you to find moment of inertia, then answer will depend on this thing also, that whether the rod is of uniform mass distribution or non-uniform mass distribution. Or if I say one rod is which is uniformly distributed mass, it has uniformly distributed mass, but in other rod there is more mass concentrated at one end and less mass concentrated on the other end. Which will have more moment of inertia? Total mass is same. One case or second case, which you expect has more. Second will have more moment of inertia because more mass.
Just do more mass,
towards
sir.
the-
Yes,
More
sir.
mass
Yes.
at the end.
Although total mass same, length same, axis orientation same,
Same.
but because first factor is different here, distribution is different, so distribution also does matter. Distribution will also decide whether the moment of inertia will be what, that will depend on the distribution. So if somebody is asking you this question, what is the moment of inertia?
Sir, want to show the slides. So that means we take at end point the moment of inertia.
What?
That means we take moment of inertia at only end point, sir.
No,
For
but
body.
what is this boy saying? I gave example about center of mass. I gave example about B point. What are you saying? We should take about end point only. I don't know what you want. We are saying really. These both are end points here, but about end points also moment of inertia will be different if mass distribution is different. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. I'm not saying that always you take about end points. Who said that? Before this only I gave example where I was not taking about end point. Right. Now, I was up to something here now and wait a second. So it depends on the distribution of mass, location of the axis and orientation of the axis. One more thing I can clarify here. If I am writing this moment of inertia integration of dm into r square. This formula is valid if dm is a point particle. Our element should be point particle. This is valid only if our dm element is a point particle, then only it is valid. Otherwise it will not be valid. You understood it? I can give example. If I have a disk, in this disk also I can choose elements like rod elements. I can convert the disk into several rod elements.
Yes, rods.
If I convert it into rod elements, how can this formula be valid? I think you can also understand that this cannot be valid. Reason? Because about the axis, all the points are at of the same element also. All the points are at different distances.
Yes, sir. Different distance.
If they are at different distances, definitely then this formula cannot be applied.
Valid.
We cannot apply this formula. So in that case, we apply this formula dm into k square integral. I will tell you what is the k value. K we call as, if I say I is equal to sigma mi into ri square, I can write it in this form: sigma mi taken common into k square. Then it is not ri now. Then it will become, I cannot take sigma mi out because all r's are different. Yes, I cannot take it out obviously. But if I am doing something like this, then I will have to find out it is like effective distance from the axis of the point where the mass can be assumed to be concentrated to calculate just moment of inertia. Obviously, now it is not like to calculate center of mass also I will assume it to be concentrated there. That is completely wrong and insane thing to say. It will be only to calculate moment of inertia. I can assume the mass to be concentrated at a distance k. If the entire mass is concentrated at a distance k, then the moment of inertia will be m into k square, and its moment of inertia is also same because I am putting it by definition. I am writing k as what I am writing k as. Equate these. I will be getting k equal to sigma mi ri square divided by sigma mi. That is k. Or if it is integration, then dm into r square divided by dm. So we don't call it center of mass. We have a different name for it. What name we give for this k as? This k is called as radius
of curvature.
No.
Gyration.
Don't some. My God, why are you bringing so those? Radius of gyration we call it. Gyration or gyration, I don't know. Radius of gyration, I think. Radius of gyration.
Directional, I think.
Okay, whatever. You can see in Google later on. But right now, radius of gyration, I'm saying. So fine. Radius of this is K. So what is the meaning of what is the use of this K? This K helps us to find out the effective location, we can say, of the center of mass. We can say that where the, not center of mass, sorry, effective location of the body,
Mass, sir.
which is rotating, effective location of the body, which is rotating about some axis, just in order to find out the moment of inertia. This is only applicable for finding out moment of inertia. It has no other uses. So, okay. In fact, I don't use it to find, moment of inertia. Moment of inertia we find by integration only. But after finding by integration, then just to remember that effectively what is the moment of inertia, then we sometimes remember this radius of gyration. Okay, this helps us in remembering the moment of inertia formula. Otherwise, it has not much use, so no need to worry about it. Okay. Next, this radius of gyration is also okay. And now let us start proving some formulae for moment of inertia. First of all, start with those cases where the mass is at a distance r. As long as all the particles are at a distance r, then moment of inertia will be simply sigma mi can be taken common and r can be taken out because all r are equal. Then moment of inertia will be sigma mi r square. Is it understood?
Yes, sir.
If all ri's are equal, if all distances are the same distance. Now, for example, if I take one mass here, second mass, third mass, fourth mass, fifth mass, sixth mass, seventh mass, eighth mass. If I do like this, then
You can take, sir, no R common.
all are at same distance away or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Same distance.
Yes, sir, same distance.
This is also called
You
as
can take common R.
stretch rule. What we mean by stretch rule? If I have a mass m, and if I stretch that mass parallel to the axis, the moment of inertia still remains same, because by stretching parallel to the axis, the distance from the axis does not change.
And the mass
And
is also constant.
as long as distance does not change and as long as the mass does not change, how can the moment of inertia change? The moment of inertia depends on these two factors.
Sir.
So this is a stretch rule. This stretch rule will be helpful for us, but some students now they will learn word stretch. In the what in the please be silent. What is this problem? Who is this boy again?
Varun, sir.
Varun, please don't do that. Mute yourself. Okay. So I mean to say that this stretch rule is very much helpful for us in several cases. What I will be doing, for example, how it will be helpful. If somebody tells me moment of inertia of a disk, then I can quickly find out the moment of inertia of what other thing? Tell me. From what other thing I can find out moment of inertia of disk only?
Cylinder.
Sir.
Yes, exactly.
Solid
You got it right. You got it right. Then I can find for the solid cylinder. If I know moment of inertia of a ring, then for what other thing I can find?
Hollow cylinder.
For the hollow cylinder.
Cylinder, sir.
So ring has same as hollow cylinder. Disk has same as of solid cylinder.
Solid cylinder.
Solid cylinder. Because by stretch rule, I can convert the disk by stretching. But don't forget parallel to axis part. Some students will do something wrong here. What they will do? They will take a mass here and they will start stretching in some other direction. And then will say, sir, is moment of inertia again same? Obviously, completely wrong.
Yes.
Don't stretch in any other direction. Stretch in such a way. Yes, stretch in such a way so that it is parallel to the axis. Then nothing happens. Then it will be same. Then it will be same only. So yes, right. Solid cylinder or this other cases also we can take. But okay, all these things are right only. Another example I want to take where I will not change the distance, but I will change the shape. Here also I change the particle into a rod, but the moment of inertia did not change because this rod is parallel to the axis. So what is the moment of inertia moment of inertia of a rod about an axis? Moment of inertia about an axis which is parallel to itself. Moment of inertia of a rod
Mass
about an axis. Yes. Of a rod about an axis. Yes, right. But please listen, I am telling you, listen something carefully. Moment of inertia of a rod is not equal to mr square. I have to say many things before that and concentrate on those. Moment of inertia of a rod about an axis parallel to itself.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
That is equal to only, and at a distance r, obviously, at a distance r. So,
yes, sir.
is equal to mr square. Otherwise, before this, I told you before somewhere that moment of inertia of a rod comes out to be ml square by 12, ml square by 3. So see,
ML square by
that
3,
depends on
yes,
the orientation. That orientation was different. This orientation is different. Here it is
This location is
parallel to the
changing,
axis.
sir.
It is parallel to the axis. Rotation changing and location changing. Both are changing. Okay. Anyway, another example where the moment of inertia will be mr square. Any other example? Can you think of any other example? Of a ring. For the ring. Sorry. Ring means this is not ring. We're saying how to make a ring. I think I can make a ring like this here. This is a ring. About this axis, which axis it is? It is perpendicular to the ring. Perpendicular to the ring along the axis of the ring. Perpendicular to the plane of the ring. Perpendicular to plane and passing through what? Passing through center.
Enter.
That axis, about this axis, what is the moment of inertia of the ring? Tell me. Mass is m, radius is r.
MR square, sir.
Again, same, because all particles are at same
Yes, sir.
distance r each.
Same
So
distance.
again,
Sigma
MR
M
square.
equals to
Where-
yes, sir.
Exactly right. And now, as I told you before, this ring can be converted into
Cylinder.
Cylinder, sir.
Hollow cylinder.
Cylinder, sir. Hollow.
very good. Does it matter that this ring is uniform or non-uniform ring?
Does not matter.
Mass doesn't matter here at all. If I, because it is valid even for a sector also, not the complete ring, just a sector of the ring, part of it.
And also sigma mi into r square always.
Sector of ring also same. Its mass is
That
m and radius
sector
is
mass
r.
into r square, sir.
But this axis is placed. Axis is placed how? Axis is perpendicular to plane of sector.
Plane of yes, sir.
Perpendicular to plane
Yes,
of
sir.
That plane.
sector. And also passing through the center again. Passing through center. All these are passing through the center. I see, if I have to write everything properly, no, it will take more time. So I'm just verbally telling. You understand that way only. It is also mr square. Same again. Any other shape? Now stretch these. By stretching the ring, I am getting hollow cylinder.
Cylinder.
Hollow cylinder.
Cylinder.
And if I stretch the sector, then I will be getting a part of a cylinder. Part of a cylinder. Same moment of inertia again, same moment. And this is not a solid cylinder, by the way. These lines I am drawing not to show that there is a part here. There is it is just a hollow. It is just one means it is just sector of the cylinder. Obviously, it is just a sector of the cylinder. I think you should understand it now. Diagrams, I cannot do that much justice to the diagrams. This is just dotted with. It is just to represent r. Okay, but there is no mass present there. Mass is only in this shaded portion m at a distance r. Same moment of inertia again. And it doesn't matter whether if I say like this now, and if after that I start putting a thread on the cylinder and I say that the mass of the thread plus the cylinder is m, then also same moment of inertia, because this thread is also at a distance.
Yes, the same distance only,
R
sir.
only.
Every particle of
Yes, sir. Or
thread.
And I can do it. Therefore, if I ask you what is the moment of inertia of a spring about its
Means the
axis,
mass of spring into r square.
then
R
mass
square.
of the spring into
Into
the
r
radius
square.
into
R
radius.
square.
Yes, sir.
r square.
R
Always see, always same thing, always same formula. Such a different shape. The spring and although spring is not a rigid body, I am assuming a rigid spring. If the masses are not rigid, then the distances can change. And if the distances can change, then how can I find out the unique value of moment of inertia? So obviously, even if I am giving a thread or the spring, etc., I am assuming that the distances from the axis don't change. So the spring does not stretch or compress or something like that does not happen. Okay. Anyway, this is for all such cases, I think. Now I want to take a slightly different case from this. Which one we should start with? Now I have to do integration. So integration, I can start with simple integration first. I think it will be better to start with the rod case of rod.
Rod.
If I take a rod and for the rod, what will be the moment of inertia of a small element? Dm at a distance r, perpendicularly 90 degree, as you know already, dm into r square
R
integral I is this, and the dm can be written as lambda into dr into r square. Lambda was mass per unit length, dr it is dr width here for this small element. Then limits 0 to L we can write, 0 to L we can write, that is the limit. So what is the moment of inertia that we are getting? I think lambda outside r by
Cube by
3, which
three,
becomes
sir.
ml
lambda
square by 3,
into
sir.
L cube by
L
3.
cube by 3.
Lambda is mass per unit length, so m is equal to lambda into
ml square by
L
3,
plus
sir.
ml square by 3, sir.
ml square by 3, that is. And if you want to find the radius of gyration, convert it into k square.
K
So what
equal
is
to
k
root
coming
L
out
by
to be?
3,
Mass
sir.
and
Yes, sir.
Root L by
coming out
root
to be
3. L by root 3. Yes, sir.
root 3
That is radius
of gyration.
of
You
gyration.
can find it midpoint also, no, sir. Limits changing.
This is one case, and other case will be about the,
Midpoint.
yes, right, exactly right. That only I was coming to that only. This case.
Midpoint.
If I take the limits will become minus L by 2 to
Yes, sir.
plus L by
Plus
2.
L by 2.
Plus L by 2. Yes, sir.
If it is passing to center of mass, then what will be the answer now? Let us do the, because it will be easy now. It is better we start doing here only. Just change the limits in this integral.
Yes, sir.
I is equal to r square lambda dr minus L by 2 to plus L by 2, which gives me lambda into r cube by 3 minus L by 2 to plus L by 2, which is at last lambda into L cube by 24, then but minus, it will become 12 at last after subtracting also. Lambda L cube by 12.
Yes, sir.
And we know lambda into L
M
is
by
m.
yes,
Equals
sir.
to M.
So ml square by 12 moment of inertia. And I think I should do something like this also to little bit tidy the things up. This thing means we should keep sight of the formula which we are this one. Okay, means we have to remember this box formula which I'm now writing in the box. These we should be remembering within the class itself. We should be learning these. I will not give you time after the class. After the class is over, I will ask you quickly all these formula. I will ask at that time. There will be so many formula. So what you have to focus on? Don't focus on m. M will always be there. Don't focus on the length. Length will always be there. Focus on the constant term. What is this constant term appearing? If you just focus on this term, you will definitely be able to remember it. Here we have to focus on 3. Here we have to focus on 12. Just try to learn these terms. Okay. Then it will be easier for you to remember. So fine. Next, stretch rule. Apply the stretch rule now, and let us try to obtain something from that. What we will get by stretching the
a rectangular plate.
Rectangular.
yes, exactly right. We will be getting a
Rectangular plate on
rectangular
this.
plate.
Rectangular plate.
Let us stretch in this way. So what is the height of the rectangular plate? H. What is the length of the rectangular plate? Let us say,
L,
wait a
sir.
second.
L,
L,
sir.
Let us say L is the length, and let us say B is the width of the rectangular plate, and mass is the m.
Yes, sir.
Then what is the moment of inertia now? And it is passing through center.
Same.
And this
MB square by 2.
MB square by 12, sir.
MV square by 12.
MB square by 12.
don't forget one thing, that axis is in
Perpendicular.
plane
Sir, that one
of
is.
axis is plane of rectangle and perpendicular to
Rectangular.
side of length B. This thing is there. Although it is in plane of rectangle, but it is perpendicular
yes, sir.
here. Here it is perpendicular, and here it is perpendicular, but it is in the same plane. Means it is parallel to side of length.
Into length, sir, and perpendicular to breadth.
Perpendicular to
Yes, yes. Then the formula becomes, now it will depend on, see, if it is a rod here of B length, then it will be MB square by 12. Why I am giving this formula? Why I could have taken this as L. I was taking it as L. I changed it into B so that you don't commit mistake. Some students will learn this thing. It is always ML square by 12. They will think it is a rectangle. Okay, mindlessly, they will write it as ML square by 12. No, don't do that, please. First see how the axis is. This axis is perpendicular to this. So, and what is that length? That length is not L, that is B. Therefore, I should not write ml square by 12, but I should write for this as m
MB square by
into
B
b
square by
square
12.
by
B square
12.
12.
So be careful of this thing. This another formula coming now. How many are? Let us keep putting the numbers. It will be interesting
Three,
to
Third
see
one,
how
sir.
many. Number 1, number 2, number 3. 3 is also like 1 only.
Sir.
It is like 2 only.
2, sir.
It is like 2 only. So okay, let us keep the same number only. It is like 2 only. Means we can say 2b. It is 2a. Variation. One more formula which is of same type and slightly different also. This thing I am taking now. How to do this one? At an angle theta. Rod which is inclined rod case. Or we can say axis is not perpendicular to rod, but passing through
R
center also.
components.
Then what we should do now? We should do like this.
Perpendicular distance.
That
R
is it.
component.
Yes, sir.
R distance
R component.
away. I can take dm element here. Can we apply the stretch rule again? Yes, definitely we can apply. Why
Yes,
can't we
sir.
apply? No, not stretch rule. In fact, no, not stretch rule. I should say movement. We should not call it stretch. We should say I will move it. What name you should give it? That is different thing. Whatever you name, give it. That is your own choice. But we will move it in such a way. We will move all the masses in such a way so that this will turn into a perpendicular rod.
Okay, sir. Understood. Moving masses in different
It will,
directions.
Moving.
it will turn.
Rotate.
This green colored element mass here came here,
Yes, sir. Understood.
and as it came here, this
This
mass
side
is
will
still
go
dm.
up, sir.
This mass is still dm. This length was minus L by 2 to L by 2, but now it will be, see, this is theta angle. So I think this length will be, if
Minus
total is
L.
L, it will be L by 2 sine theta.
Sin theta.
Sin theta.
And
Sin
otherwise
theta,
plus
sir.
L by
Minus
2
L by 2
sine
sin
theta.
So m into L by 2 sin theta whole square by 12.
So it has same moment of inertia as this. And because it has same moment of inertia as this, therefore, for of L will be L sine ml square sine square theta by 12.
Yes, sir.
There is a noise. I'm hearing a lot of noise in between. Please
Someone is
mute
calling,
who
sir.
is. I will explain, but first you please mute him. Muted. Now, this mass I'm bringing here. This particle here I'm bringing here. I'm just bringing all the particles here. I do that.
Sir,
Moment of inertia. Again.
Sir, someone with the name Hello, sir. He was disturbing completely.
Either you see if he is doing again and again, then you remove him.
I'm removing him, sir.
Remove if he's doing again and remove him. And listen here, that I is equal to, forget I was telling this thing, that remember moment of inertia depends on sigma mi ri square. As long as I keep mi and ri same, moment of inertia does not change. Let us say it was ith particle which was at a distance ri. This ith particle I am bringing here and I am still keeping it at a distance ri. So will I change the moment of inertia of this?
No, sir.
No,
Therefore,
No,
the
sir.
moment of inertia of this will double this rod, which will be forming a double cone. Its moment of inertia will be same as the perpendicular rod, but the perpendicular rod will be of a different length. This total length of this was L, but now this perpendicular length will become L. We can say it is just L perpendicular.
theta.
L perpendicular is L sin theta.
L sin
So I can
theta.
just write. I can remember it as M into
L as to L sin
L
theta.
perpendicular square. So just remember this. Is it okay? M into L perpendicular square by 12.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, so I have done it before also. For example, there was a single particle here. What I did, I converted that particle into by moving it in such a way, I can convert it into ring. And if I convert it into ring, then also the moment of
Then
inertia
also
remains
same, sir.
same.
Mass of all the particles into mass.
Means I can stretch
sir.
parallel to the axis. I can stretch parallel to the axis, or I can rotate the particle
Such that
above the
radius
axis.
remain constant, sir.
As
Radius
long as the
constant.
distance remains constant. As
Constant.
long as the
Yes,
distance
sir.
remains constant, it is same formula again. Okay, understood now? Right.
Yes,
Understood, sir.
sir.
Next, we want to see what is the moment of inertia of a parallelogram, because you know now I can stretch this inclined rod. This inclined rod I can stretch and I can turn it into a parallelogram. With axis like this, and let us take something, maybe this length is L, this height is H, it is passing through center, and axis is parallel to the other side length, whatever it is B. Axis is parallel to this side length. This angle was theta here. What will be H? H will be equal to L perpendicular, or I can say L sine theta. What will be the moment of inertia of this, about this axis? Axis lies in the plane, remember. M into again L perpendicular square by 12, or M
M
into
square by
H square by 12 simple.
Yes, sir.
Where
Sir.
axis lies in
The plane.
plane of parallelogram, short form, and passing through center of mass
Center of mass.
and parallel to
B.
one of these sides,
Yes, sir.
parallel to side of length B, parallel to side of length B. These three, see how many things we have to take care of. Don't learn the formula, learn exactly how it is oriented, passing to center. We don't have to remember this thing, because I'm always taking such things only. I'm always taking passing to center mostly, except one case where I took for the rod passing to the end. There I got formula as ml square by 3. But in all other cases, I'm taking passing to geometric center. So you don't have to remember this. It is simple only. Second thing. Second, what we have to remember? It is H here, by the way. Second, it is the perpendicular. This height is H and this is angle theta. Then this will be L sin theta as before. Exactly same thing. So we are getting the same thing here. Means same result again, right? Fine. Now let us come to some other case where this formula will also, such simple formula will not be there. Now I'm coming to disk, case of disk. If I have a disk and axis, there are two main axes passing to center of the disk. What are those two axes? One is
Perpendicular to plane and in the plane.
and another is in the plane. Yes, there are two
In the
possible
plane.
cases. For ring also, I took only one case actually. What case I took for the ring? I took only perpendicular
Sir,
axis.
perpendicular
So
to radiator, sir.
But there could be another case also, which is in the
Yes.
In the ring.
passing through the plane of the this one. This
Plane
is
of the
also
ring
possible.
always.
Yes, sir.
Plane of the ring is also possible. Okay. How to
Then-
make the diagram of axis? How to make the diagram of axis which is passing through the plane of the ring or through the disk?
3D, sir.
This is how we
Let's
make the
say
diagram.
diameter.
Yes, sir. Same only.
Diameter.
Means if I make this kind of diagram, then it automatically it is. I think it should be understood by you by seeing this diagram
But it is
that which kind of axis it is.
Yes, sir.
This is
Parallel.
diametric axis. We call it diametric axis
Passing through the
because it is
diameter.
along the diameter. It is along the diameter. Along diameter because it is. This is also same. Another way to represent the same thing only. Both are same thing only. Diagram seen from different angles. Same diagram seen from different, but these are same diagrams just seen from different perspectives. It is, we can say, top view of some ring lying on a horizontal disc lying on a horizontal surface, and it is not a top view. Right hand side is not a top view. One is top view. Right hand side is not top view. Left hand side is top view of a disc lying in a horizontal plane. And what about this upper this diagram here? This one here, this upper diagram here, this one.
It is
In this
perpendicular
case-
to the plane of the ring.
Yes, perpendicular to plane of the ring.
Plane of
So
ring.
we can call it just simply
Normal axis. Sir, normal axis.
just normal axis of the disk. We can
Yes,
say.
sir. Normal axis of the disk.
How to find out for this case now? I have to break it into small elements and then I have to integrate it to get the answer. How to do that? What kind of
Small
elements I should
rings,
break it
you-
into? I can take small
Rings.
Sir, rings.
Rings, sir.
Small rings, sir.
ring elements,
Sir. Then integrate.
then integration.
A small. Yes, sir.
What is the moment of inertia of the ring element? dm into, I told you I will be using this formula, dm into k square integration. But for the ring k value is nothing but r only. This r is the distance
Sir.
to the smaller.
Integral dm.
I will use capital R and small r. Small r is the radius of ring element and capital R is of disk. dm by dA is equal to sigma, which is areal density. If I don't say anything, then automatically I should assume uniform mass on its by default we should assume on uniform mass distribution. What we should assume by default? Uniform mass distribution. Then what is the area of the ring element? We have done several times area of ring element, so it is not something new. 2 pi r into dr. Then dm can be written as sigma into 2 pi r into dr. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What we can write the moment of inertia as? We can write the moment of inertia as sigma taken out. Sorry, first of all, k is here. K is equal to r only here. K is equal to r only. So it will be, first of all, I should write dm into r square integral. And then after that, I should start putting the values in this. What is dm value? Dm value I have to put from here. That is coming out to be sigma into 2 pi r into dr. And after that, this r square value which was here. What is that at last? Solve it, limits 0 to capital R. Do the calculation part and tell me the result obtained by you. Sigma constant, 2 pi constant. We are left inside with
R cube by
r cube into dr.
yes.
0 to r is moment of inertia.
R power 4.
R
sir.
raised to power 4 by 4 into sigma into 2 pi.
2 pi.
Now tell me,
By
You got m square by 2,
I have to
sir.
convert in terms of mass.
M square by 2. Sir?
You are exactly right only, and this
Sir.
we should again. I don't know the
No.
number now. What was this number? Number here something
4, 5, I
2A
think.
to 2C. No, let us put the number 3 because I'm writing those formulas which are of similar type. I'm writing 2A, 2B, 2C.
Yes, sir. By 12, by
This is
12,
third
by
number.
12.
It is different because here coefficient is different. Here coefficient is different. Here coefficient is becoming 1 by 2. So I'm writing it as
Yes, sir.
a new formula. So till now we have seen coefficient 1 by 12 and we have seen 1 by 3 coefficient and we have seen 1 by 2 coefficient.
Now
I hope
1
you
by
are
2.
remembering also. You are keep learning also. Okay. This is moment of inertia about perpendicular axis for disk about
Scroll.
perpendicular axis. Also, there are so many things if I want to write properly. Uniform disk about perpendicular axis
Understand from diagram.
passing. Therefore, such things better to remember from the diagram. Otherwise, we will keep
No
on
need,
so many
sir.
things.
We are
There is no need
writing
of
it.
these. Right. Next example is of what example I wanted to take now? I wanted to take example of
Diametrical.
diametric axis.
diametric one. But wait a second. Why don't we convert this disk into something and then I will write 3A and 3B. 3B, you know already. What is 3B? Solid cylinder.
Solid cylinder.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Solid.
sir. Both are same stretch to.
So
Much better.
solid cylinder of radius r. Solid cylinder also same thing. Okay. Uniform again, uniform solid cylinder. And about its this axis, you know from the diagram, so I'm not mentioning everything in detail. Right. This is same thing, so we can write it as just 3a, 3b. Same formula for that also. Anyway, next comes the other case of this diametric axis. Here it is already there, this diagram. In diametric axis, I will these are same only, different ways to draw the same diagram. I can take this element here.
Some rectangular elements, sir.
This element I will take, rod element.
Yes, sir. Rod.
Yes, sir.
Rod element I'm taking. So or no, there is another way also to do this. Wait a second, I'm thinking, should I go by the easiest method, or yes, I think I should go by the easiest method. No, I will not take it. I will wait for it. So wait for the diametric cases. I will, before that, I want to do some important theorem, and I will apply that theorem, and we will get its answer instantaneously. So let us wait for some time, and then we will do it. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So by before that, other figures I'm thinking of, some other figures. Which other figures are pending? Sphere. And any other thing? Any other figure?
Hemisphere.
Cone.
Cone.
Cone is there. Hemisphere.
Hemisphere.
Right. There are certain other shapes and non-common shapes also. For example,
Non-uniform.
I can ask you to find for paraboloid or for a parabolic sheet. So we can ask such other things also, which are not common, but we can ask for those also. And we can ask for non-uniform rod. I was taking case of uniform rod. Let us find for non-uniform rod, and after that we can move on to other cases. See, non-uniform rod, where lambda means mass per length, linear mass density. Linear mass, where linear mass density, lambda varies as lambda is equal to lambda naught into r, where r is the distance from one end. So what is the mass density at the origin? 0. And what is at the other end, where it is L length? We can say from here what it will be. It will be
Lambda naught into L.
lambda naught into L. Lambda naught into L. And one more thing here. dm mass, total mass is given as m, and I want answer in terms of m and L. I don't want answer in any other terms. I don't want answer in terms of lambda. Okay, so means lambda may not be given to you, and it may not be given that lambda is lambda naught into L. It may be just given that lambda varies linearly from one end to the other end. It may be given like that only. Lambda varies linearly from one end to the other end. But find it out.
Axis. Sir, axis.
This perpendicular to it.
Okay, sir.
This axis. And please don't say anything till you don't get the answer, because by that time I'm making some other diagram for the next question. Okay.
Sir, mn square by 2. Sir,
Yes.
ml square by 2.
Yes, right only.
Yes, sir.
Everybody getting same?
Yes.
Don't take lambda outside. Don't take lambda outside.
We
because
should not
lambda is
take, sir. Yes, sir. Integral we need to take.
We should convert lambda as lambda not into L. R, sorry, lambda not into R.
Again, we need to
I am writing
integrate.
lambda.
No, sir.
Then after that, we should integrate.
Yes, sir.
After that, we should integrate. Okay, I think I had said that this L is given. L was given, but it is lambda is equal to lambda not into R.
Lambda not or this total length is L.
Dm into R square. Lambda not into R into dr into R square.
We get lambda not R power 4 but L power R power L power 4
R
into
cube
S.
into dr. 0 to L. Lambda naught into L raised to power 4 by 4. But unfortunately, this is not the answer. Reason is, I don't want answer in terms of lambda. So I want to find out mass also. Lambda naught into R into dr, which I think you know, limit 0 to L again.
Yes, sir.
Lambda naught into L square by 2.
Is equal to mass. By substituting, we get ml square by 2, sir.
So this is m. So what is lambda naught? Lambda naught, therefore lambda naught is equal to 2m by L square.
L square.
Let us put it back in that. What do we get I as?
ml square by 2.
ml square by 2, sir.
One question that I want to ask you. This moment of inertia formula seems familiar to us. Does it seem familiar or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. ml square by 2 is familiar.
mr square by 2 was also same.
Yes, sir.
Coefficient. What is happening here? Why is it coming out like a disk? What is the reason?
We can take in this rods also.
What is the reason? Why is it coming out to be same as disk?
In disk we can take
Reason
rod.
is this. I will tell you the
Radial dense. Radially it
Sir.
varies.
There also it is varying radially only, sir. Element to element.
There also it is varying radially, and
Sir.
here also I took it to be varying radially.
Lambda not into R only.
Do you know that for the wait a second, I forgot to mention this sector of disk, mass m, radius r, let us call it 3c. 3c formula will also be same. 3a, 3b, these are same only. 3b is also m r square by 2, and this
Yes, sir.
R square by 2. Yes,
r
sir.
square by 2. It is a sector,
Discuss, sir.
and this is again placed perpendicular to the plane of sector, perpendicular to plane of sector, passing through center. Is it understood?
Understood, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now imagine this sector I am making smaller and smaller in size. Then will it not appear like a rod only?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. But some angle.
If I keep on making, then it will appear like a non-uniform rod. It will not appear like a uniform rod, because uniform rod will be like this, but it is pointed at one end and it is a little more width at the other end. So it is acting like a non-uniform rod.
Non-uniform rod. Yes,
the
sir.
mass density varies from 0 to maximum. Why it is 0 at the end, at one end it is 0? Why? Because here it is point only. There is no mass
Yes,
here.
sir.
It is just a point, no mass. And here there is some mass. So therefore we were expecting that yes, we should be getting the same answer for the rod.
Non-uniform rod also.
Not all the rods. Not any
Varying radially only,
non-uniform
sir.
rod,
Yes, sir.
which varies only direct to R, like this. If it is R square, then also not varying.
Only R.
Okay, linearly varying, linearly if it is varying. So see how, if we are able to understand the things properly, then we can correlate and we can get the answers very fast. Next, what was I about to take here? Yes, this one.
Yes, sir.
This is a disk.
That is cavity was present in disk, sir.
Yes, a disk with a cavity. Mass
Yes,
is
sir.
m. Inner radius r1, outer radius r2. So what is the formula for moment of inertia? I will give you options. One option,
Axis is diameter
I1,
or
Yes, sir.
Arnold's.
perpendicular axis. I will not ask you diametric. I have not discussed diametric till now. Perpendicular axis. I1 is m into r1 square. You have to guess without having to solve it.
Yes, really, yes.
M into r2 square minus r1 square by 2. M into r1 r2 by 2. M into r1 plus r2 square by 4.
Option B.
Option B, I think. Sir.
Option B.
E, sir.
Option B.
Base
I2.
option.
I2 equals
sir.
to B into B, sir.
B.
Guessing B.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Guessing, sir.
But B is wrong.
That's why
Why
you
I asked this question? I asked this question because I knew that this will be the answer. And why I want you to give wrong answers here so that you learn from your mistakes within the class itself. Next time, don't commit it, please. It is a very common mistake. And if I don't tell you this way, if I don't ask this question this way, you know what I used to do normally, I will be giving this question, for example, and this same question will appear in the examination. Their students will again write B because it is so much lucrative. It is so much enticing to answer
Yes,
this
sir.
because it appears
change in
minus.
mass.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it appears that it is being subtracted. So therefore I gave it and I said it is a big trap and don't fall into this trap. Answer is this, in fact, just opposite. You are expecting minus and it is plus. But now I will make sense of it. Why it is plus? Okay, let me think in another way. Now I will ask this question in another way and then you will understand it properly. Which has more moment of inertia, a disk or a ring of mass m?
Rings.
Disk
Ring
of
is
mass
a
m
ring.
of radius r.
Sir, ring.
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 A ring has mr square about the perpendicular
Square.
axis.
Yes, sir. And this has MR square
Yes,
by
sir.
2.
And this has
MR
mr square by
square by
2.
2.
So
By 2, yes,
as
sir.
we are making the cavity,
Yes,
the
sir,
moment of
okay.
inertia is not
I
decreasing,
is
it
more.
is increasing. Why the moment of inertia increases as we are making the cavity? Because we are imagining as if this cavity mass is not vanishing, it is spreading on the outer side. This cavity mass is now coming to the outer edges, and as it is coming, as the distance is increasing, then moment of inertia will not decrease. Moment of inertia will also increase only.
Increase.
So
Increase.
the mass is concentrated more away from the center. In case of we call it as, by the way, there is a name for it. We call it as annular disk. What we call it as disk with a
Annular disk.
disk with a concentric cavity. Disk with a concentric cavity is called as annular disk. So for the annular disk, as the mass is same m only, for the total disk also I gave m only. If I say I have removed some mass and then mass becomes m by 2 or something, then it is a different question. Then moment of inertia then it will reduce. But here mass is not being decreased, mass is same only. It is same mass. But the same mass is now spreading on the outer edges from R1 to R2. So definitely because of that we are expecting that moment of inertia must not decrease, but it must increase. as compared to the disk which was of radius R2, as compared to the disk which was of radius R2, this moment of inertia will be now more because in this we have taken some mass from the middle and we have spread it on the edges from R1 to R2.
Yes, sir.
Understood?
Sir.
Understood.
This is one way. But now I want you to be 100% satisfied by doing another way also. Do one thing, just change the limits here. See this question, this diagram, this question here, this one. Here, limits will be from R1 to R2. What will be the limits? In this
Yes,
question,
sir.
limits
R1
will be R1 to R2, and not only limits you have to change sigma also. Sigma will no more be equal to m upon
M upon changing area,
will
sir.
become m upon pi
Pi R2 square by S by R1 square, sir.
Minus pi r square.
Yes, sir.
use this, and again I this task I am leaving for you to do. You can do
Yes,
it and
sir.
you can see that yes, we are getting the same result. Next. So this is okay, understood. One more formula you got here, and that is only about perpendicular axis. When we come to diametric, then we will analyze that one again. But right now it is just perpendicular axis case. Now, another way also we can obtain this. There is another way to obtain this. Another way to obtain this will be by writing the moment of inertia of total minus moment of inertia of the removed
Sure.
portion is the
Yes,
moment
sir.
of inertia of the remaining portion. By that also we will be getting
This one will be done in center of
Right,
mass
by
also same, no, sir.
Like the way we used to do in
Yes,
center
sir.
of mass, same way. The moment of
Same.
of total minus
sir.
of that middle.
Cavity.
But when you are taking for the total, then don't put the total mass as m. Total mass is not m. Total mass is m2. Mass of cavity portion was m1, and the
M1.
mass m2 minus m1 is actually the given mass.
to m.
The
Yes,
difference
sir.
of the mass,
Capital.
that is
Yes,
a
sir.
given mass. So just be careful of this thing, and then by that method also we will be getting the same answer. And I am expecting you to do by that way. Please do it. And if somebody is not getting, it means you still need to learn something more. It means there is some mistake which you are committing. Okay. Right. Any other shape that you can think of? Cone, solid sphere, hollow sphere. I think this only. So now there are very important theorems which I have to take first. After taking those theorems, then we will move on to those cases, right? So I was waiting for theorems to finish first. Before theorems, I can do some other cases also. For example, if I want, but no, I will quickly take the theorems first. Then we have a lot of opportunity to do so many other types of questions also. So let us start with the theorem now. One theorem is called as perpendicular, because it is very important, and as something which is important, I don't want to write it in this way, maybe in new page, and that too writing properly in perpendicular axis theorem. Perpendicular axis theorem. Sorry. Some noise I'm getting. Please don't unnecessarily unmute yourself. If it is required, then only. Otherwise, no need. Something important there. So definitely I would like to highlight it. Perpendicular axis theorem. After that, one more theorem will come. That will also be important. And what?
We'll take evening class.
What is time now? I think time is less.
Time
Yes,
is
I
left,
think you are
sir.
right on.
Over, sir.
I will have to
Over,
take.
sir.
140, sir.
I will have to take today also, because the reason is same. Always, morning when I used to
After
teach
class.
in live also. At that time, when I used to teach in front of students directly in the classroom also, there also I used to do this thing. In the first day, I take classes in the evening also, because you don't have anything to do yourself today. So better let me finish the topic properly. After that, you can do as many questions as you want. So today I will prefer to take class in the evening. What time can we decide?
You only decide, sir. Physics are
Okay.
study hour.
Okay, I will decide. But please, I'm noticing every time I'm noticing that in the evening the strength is little less. Please don't do that. It is very, very important for everybody to
Sir,
attend in the
already
evening.
who has to go the event, sir? 36 only left.
Yes, sir.
See,
36
so
only.
this is really very
Physics
bad.
are left,
I
sir.
don't know.
Again, they won't come, sir. Remaining members. Now all studying now.
I really don't know why these students are leaving. As okay, I understand sometimes the things are becoming tough, but my beginning two classes are never tough. Those are the basics, and those are only very important also.
Yes, sir.
After that, if tough questions, if you are not doing, then also no problem. If you are not doing Olympiad level problems, then also no problem. But my beginning 2 or 3 classes are theory classes, that at least you should be really in that also. If you are not able to sit for 1 hour or 1.5 hours, then it is really surprising fact for me. These are the simplest things which I can teach really. And if in that, at least you should be sitting with patience properly. And now also 36 students are there. I don't know what these students are expecting, that by such way also they expect that they will be getting in IIT. No, they will have really no chance to get into IIT in this manner. Okay, anyway, those who are here.
Not good time, sir.
What?
So always 100 numbers will be, sir.
1240, sir.
12:40 already. Okay, then let us end it now. And in the evening, I will start. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Perpendicular axis theorem,
Okay, sir.
perpendicular axis theorem, and parallel axis theorem. 2 theorems will be there. Okay then.
Bye, sir.
Bye,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
Bye.